Hello everyone, I'm the EFC and this is Blue Lions TV, and today I'm bringing you the match preview for our upcoming game against Atletico Madrid tonight. And just a quick reminder, if you haven't pressed the bell notification button, please press that. It will only take you a few seconds and stay notified to all things Blue Lions TV. Now getting straight into the match preview. Starting with Atletico Madrid's approach. Now with Atletico Madrid, they do prefer to attack down the left hand side and attack centrally. What tends to happen is that their fullbacks are kind of like wing-backs, wingers in a way. That's how great they are in the final third, and that's how great they are at attacking. Filipe Luis is one of the best left-backs in the world, been one of the best for many years now, and he's very hard to stop. He can dominate a flank by himself, and it's kind of criminal in a way how we just let him go for nothing, and it's always, you know, in my opinion, it's Mourinho's fault that ever happened in the first place. But with Filipe Luis and Juan Fran, they do provide the width for Atletico Madrid, because how they like to attack is, imagine Luis, Juan Fran bombing forwards, obviously leaving two at the back. Then the two central midfielders, usually Gabi or Partey or Fernandes for example, sit a bit deeper. And then you'll have the likes of your Saul Niguez's, your Carrasco's, moving in midfields slightly tighter, with Griezmann dropping deeper as well. So that's effectively creating like a three-man central attacking unit. And then you'll have like your Gamero or Torres playing off of them, making runs in behind, trying to stretch the play and just playing as the focal point up front. And that's how Atletico Madrid are able to counter-attack in numbers, and how they get quite a lot of good attacking situations when, and you know, obviously when they do attack in numbers. Atletico Madrid are also very astute tactically. They do like to defend in numbers as well. They do work for each other. They like to take out their positions very well, and they are very hard to break down as well. Now I think the reason why we were able to beat them in the first leg away from home is the fact that I think they just didn't anticipate our season at 3-5-2, and they really didn't have any idea how to counter that. I mean, for example, during the game, I think they used about 2 or 3 different formations just throughout that game, and the reason why they kept using different formations was because they realized at first they were getting outmanned in midfields. So then they tried to move to, I think, a 4-3-3 at times. But then they found out that you were just giving more space for other Chelsea players, because then we were using our defenders to push into midfields to outman them. And they were also getting free space to play in passes. And they couldn't cut with Morata throughout the entire game. He was just too physically strong for them. And his link-up play was amazing. And also the freedom that Hazard had. I mean, whenever they were switching formations, they were also freeing up space for him as well. And with Eden Hazard, you know, he knows where to find a team's weak point. He knows where to find that crack in the team. Once he has that sniff, that's it. He's dangerous. He knows where to cause the most damage. And I really feel that Morata and Hazard, that combination between both of them, really was too much for Atletico Madrid to handle at times. And because we were able to, you know, get more midfield control, we were able to then push our wing-backs up forward, and that really nullified the flanks by Atletico Madrid. For example, Filipe Luis couldn't get forward as much, Juan Fran couldn't get forward as much, and we really forced them deep. And when Atletico Madrid don't have Filipe Luis or Juan Fran bombing forward, creating the width out wide, then their counter-attacking options are basically gone, effectively gone, and we kind of then seal the game out. And it was all about trying to get that second goal to win the game, and we had numerous opportunities and chances to do that. Even then, we did win right at the end, right in the 90th minute, so it shows you how resolute Atletico Madrid can defend, and it is going to be a much more difficult encounter tonight. I still feel though that the key to beating them is to nullify their wing backs getting forward. In my personal opinion, I do feel the key to beating Atletico Madrid is stopping Filipe Luis especially, and Juan Fran from getting forward, because once you stop them, Atletico Madrid become very narrow in their approach, and then it is easier for our midfielders and our back three to really outman them and start to obviously gain control of the ball, win that midfield battle, and obviously get the ball to the wing backs. But I think that Simeone will definitely have a game plan today. I really feel that the fact that he wasn't prepared for the 3-5-2 fully really took him by surprise, as I was saying earlier. That's why he tried so many different tactical approaches for this game. But I definitely do know that the game plan will be to stop Eden Hazard and Morata. Because really, when you do stop those guys in our system, that's our outlet gone. Our attacking outlet isn't there anymore, and then we have the capabilities of actually being pushed in. Another way to stop us is to stop our wing backs from getting forwards. But for that to happen, Atletico Madrid would have to play a very expansive and wide game to really stop our wing backs from getting forward. And the issue is, are they a team like a Man City that are so great in possession where they could actually make use of that extra width in the team and be confident and comfortable in playing very high up the pitch? I don't think so, and I think that with their, you know, possibilities of losing the ball, that will give us some counter-attacking opportunities. So I don't think that Simeone will necessarily approach the game in that manner. I have a feeling, which I probably might be wrong, is that I think Atletico Madrid might decide to try and, you know, play compact in the middle, try and nullify the spaces, negate the spaces that Eden Hazard and Morata operate in. Be compact, allow us to have the wing backs pushing out wide and have the flanks to themselves, because in a way we either force into playing in a cross, which Atletico Madrid might feel actually they could cope with, because really Morata is really the only aerial threat we have in the team. And once you stop that, you stop a lot. And once you stop his movement, maybe then you're nullifying Eden Hazard as well. Of course, you can't fully stop him because he can create moments of genius, but you can stop some of his passing options and some of his outlet, because then with Eden Hazard, if you're very compact in the middle and defending deep, you've got no Morata to link up with effectively, then you know, your options really are to go for yourself, or obviously continue the flow of possession, either pass it out wide or keep passing to a player. So in my opinion, this is where I feel that Fabregas and Drinkwater will be key. As you saw in the Newcastle game, Drinkwater was able to, obviously he was playing that Bakayoko role in a way, you know, that box-to-box role where he was told to push forward and run into the space that's being created, because that's how you create those overloads to stop Atletico Madrid. That's how you create those overloads to obviously take advantage of the space being left in behind, and that's only going to stretch them when you do that. So it's going to be key that Drinkwater is very brave when it comes to making those runs when he has to, and Fabregas is going to be key as well. The beautiful thing of having Kante is that he does give more license to our midfield players to have that freedom. I think Fabregas will be key because it's his passing, you know, his vision to spot the runs by Hazard and Morata especially, and I think that's one of the biggest things for why we look so much, you know, we look much more fluid playing a 3-5-2, is because Fabregas is finally starting in every single game, and there's a system that can actually accommodate him effectively, so we can actually get the best out of his main strength. Now last season I kept making this point that with Eden Hazard especially, I noticed that he was always making, you know, runs into space. He was always making runs off opposition defenders, and he only needed that one pass to be clear on goal. Now you'd have Costa not spotting that run, you'd have Kante or Matic that wouldn't feel confident enough in playing the pass, and it was all too slow. Now it was no surprise that last season we did end up winning games a lot of times when Fabregas was coming on in the last 20 minutes, and his passing and vision really helped that cohesion in the attacking final third. And you know, that's what's really brought Hazard to life in a way, because basically people are just finding his runs and they're giving him the ball in more dangerous situations. Now this is one area in Eden Hazard's game that's really improved. Now I was critical of one aspect in this game, and I felt that it's the fact that too often Hazard always wants to go to the ball. It's like, you don't have to go to the ball all the time. Once you reach that level where you've basically mastered your craft, it's all about making runs off the ball for where you want your teammates to play you in. You don't have to come to the ball anymore. And last season, that was the season where I saw Hazard actually fulfilling that role. I think especially playing as an inside forward, where he was able to move into more central positions at times and obviously play in those half spaces as well. He was able to move in on goal a lot more often, but there was just no one in that midfield to really make sense of his movement and his runs and play him in. But now he has Morata that's able to do that, and he has Fabregas as well. So I think this is the real reason why Hazard is looking much more threatening. I wouldn't say he's looking better, because I think he was just as good last season. It's just that his end product's looking better to most fans because they're noticing, oh crap, he's getting the ball in more dangerous positions. So this is what I'm saying, it's going to be key that Fabregas, he's going to be the key to helping us win this game. It's going to be down to the passing decisions he makes, the movement he moves into, obviously his intelligence off the ball as well, because he's going to be the key to helping unlock your Hazards and Moratas. But to be honest, in this game I do think it is going to be quite difficult. I think that we will play well, But I do think that it is going to be a draw in this game today. Atletico Madrid have done really well recently. They've only lost that one game against us. They've drawn, I think, 4 or 5 games, and they've won the rest of their games as well. They're starting to pick up some form as well now, starting to score a few more goals. Griezmann's getting on the score sheet a bit more. That's going to be interesting to see how we nullify him. With Conte, he does prefer for us to actually, you know, keep it a back 5 at times. But the beautiful thing is that we do have Aspi and Moses on the right as well. And, you know, Cahill and Alonso, even though it's there, that is nullified in a way because we do have Kante sitting deeper, and we do have Drinkwater, who is able to shift alongside Kante when he needs to. So, you know, that fluidity in that 3-man midfield really helps us really cope with a lot of teams, you know, attacks, and it helps us defend really. But I think Atletico Madrid, as I'm saying, will probably try and nullify Hazard and Morata by really, you know, trying to outman them defensively, trying to be very compact and deep with them. I wouldn't be surprised if they maybe try to move a Gabby deeper alongside Godin and Savic, for example, to really try and keep things compact there. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them give us the flanks out wide, just so they can stay compact in the middle and try and hit us on the counter-attack. Anyway, you guys, that's going to be my match preview for the Chelsea vs Atletico Madrid game. In the comment section below, what's some of your tactical thoughts and analysis? How do you think Atletico will approach this game? Do you agree with me? How do you think we're going to approach this game? What do you think the final score is going to be? But anyway, you guys, I'm the EFC. This is Blue Lines TV. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be bringing the match with you probably 2 hours or 3 hours after the game because I'm going to the game tonight. But anyway, you guys, I'll see you guys later for the match review.